Well, I got to go with 2:45.
All right, Stalker Go Home. Nick, David, we got two guests today. Two previous guests. Both of you have been on the show.
Yes.
It's been a while, though, for
Yes.
both of you. Welcome back. It's Cherane, Moreno, and Morgan Gray.
Thank you.
Sorry, she has seniority, so that's why her billing is in front of yours. She's billed before you.
I wasn't upset about that.
Well, your agent was very upset about it. So, but it is what it is. So, welcome in. Today,
It has its privileges, I guess.
Today, let's kick off the subject.
Okay.
Apple Music is celebrating whatever it's celebrating by naming the 100 greatest albums of all time. And I want us to react to those albums.
Probably not going to know any of them.
At least the top 10.
Okay.
Okay? So, we're going to go through the top 10. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give our top, however many. Some of us have 5, some of us have 10.
What are you looking at?
We're going to give our top. How many do you have, David?
How many? I got 10.
You have 10? How many do you have?
5. I thought you said 5.
You told me 5.
Okay, so you
told
and I
me
will
10.
do 10, they'll do 5.
I think that was orchestrated.
Probably.
Oh my God, everything's a conspiracy with y'all. So number 10, according to, by the way, don't forget, subscribe to Lens Plus on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for exclusive bonus episodes and content early. Couch change, as Clint would say if he were here. Shout out to Clint and Mark. No, they're not off the show. They just scheduling conflicts. And if you're not watching this and you're listening to it, David is checking himself out in the monitor. Everybody, let's check ourselves out in the monitor. Just check.
No, I look as much like trash as I want to.
Is my hair really that yellow?
Yes.
Wow.
Camera adds 10 pounds. Don't forget.
It's like cadmium yellow over there.
I left
SpongeBob.
anyway. Number 10, Lemonade by Beyonce.
No.
I didn't expect that to be so high.
No.
I didn't expect it to be that high either.
Beyonce's garbage.
Wow. All right. That was a
Why are
thumbs
you
down
writing
from
them
David.
down?
Yeah. What are
He's
you
taking notes.
Okay. Are we ready for number 9?
Yeah.
Nevermind by Nirvana.
Yes. 2 thumbs up.
Never listened
It's
to
not in my top 10.
It's not my
Nirvana.
top
What's the
10.
name of it again?
Never
now?
mind.
Never mind.
All right.
Nevermind. Number 8, I highly disagree with this. Back to Black by Amy Winehouse.
Oh, gosh. No.
Yeah, I think that was a
Good.
sympathy, because she died.
Yeah, maybe.
Good Kid, Mad City, the deluxe version by Kendrick Lamar.
Don't know
Pretty
who
good
that is.
album, but
Never
no,
listened
not
to
top
Never
10
heard of
worthy.
that person.
I've heard of them, just never listened.
Well, you've never heard
Why
of Kendrick
are you
Lamar?
writing them all down?
He's currently in a rap feud with Drake, and he called
That is
Drake.
why I
There's
don't
a
listen
test
to
on
it.
But he called Drake out for being a P Diddy pedophile.
Oh,
You
I
should
like
really
that.
you should really engage with
like
it.
that.
It's kind of interesting.
I don't like rap music.
Number 6, Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. Down from David.
Yeah, I'm
I
Stevie Wonder.
Really, you know, I like Stevie Wonder.
I mean, top
We'll see.
10 though?
Number 5. this
Waylon
is-
Jennings walked out on him.
Yeah, he did. Number
What a
5. Tell that
savage.
We are the
story real
world.
quick.
No, go ahead.
He wanted to speak Swahili on
Yeah,
the track.
That's kind of funny.
We Are the
It was
World.
right here, was it?
And
I was
what-
playing this morning.
and Waylon
Oh, was
Jennings-
it? Well, he walked out. He
Well,
had
it's like,
nothing.
I'm done with this. I ain't
don't-
speaking
yeah,
this
I'm
way.
leaving. Yeah.
We're not speaking Swahili.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 5, Blonde by Frank Ocean.
If it was Billy Ocean, I'd say thumbs up. But
I wonder if Billy Ocean's
like
related
Frank
to Frank
Ocean.
I know
Ocean.
who Frank Ocean is.
I wonder if
Do
he's
you know who
related.
Frank
I wonder
Ocean
if
is?
no, I know Billy Ocean, but I don't know
Billy,
Frank.
but I don't know Frank.
Yeah.
Frank.
Caribbean Queen. How do you say it?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
You and John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. What's his name? John Gross. We're listening to that in his Buick on the way to football practice one day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Sure
something
was.
happened. I
Yeah.
can't remember the rest of the story. Number 4,
Different skull, too, probably.
Purple Rain by Prince and the Revolution.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Very worthy.
That's
Yeah.
the soundtrack to the movie.
Yes. Yeah. I
So
guess.
what number is that?
4.
You
What
skipped
was
5.
what was 5?
Yeah.
Frank
Five
Ocean.
was-
5 was Blonde by
No,
Frank
Frankie
Ocean.
No,
Frank.
just Frank.
Just Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank
Now
Ocean.
Prince, yeah, I give that.
Yeah,
That's
Prince I agree with.
Yeah.
Purple Rain. Yeah, I like that song. I listen to it.
Number 3. Knew they were going to be in the top 10, but I highly disagree with it, which may be controversial. But Abbey Road by the Beatles.
Give me a thumb
No.
down.
No.
I'm sorry, you guys.
I don't like the Beatles.
Well, I'm sorry that you're not the one deciding this list.
Yeah. What did you say?
Now, if it'd
Yay or
been the
nay?
Stones, I'd
You don't
say
care?
yeah.
No.
No, I'm definitely
Beatles,
I'm definitely a Stones
Beatles
fan.
over the Stones.
No,
every time.
Stones over the Beatles.
No.
Yes,
You're
all
wrong.
day.
You're a millennial and you don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
take some Elvis.
I'm also not an astronaut,
Prince.
but I don't care.
What?
Yeah. You can say that I'm a millennial and it doesn't matter, but I really don't care.
Right, number
that I
two.
think
Okay,
that.
but what's it actually
Number
about
2,
then?
Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Big yes.
Yes.
Big yes. I'm not a millennial. Yeah, I am a millennial.
Yes,
Never
we
mind.
are.
What are you, a boomer or an Xer?
Gen X.
Is that a boomer?
No, it's
No.
just Gen X.
Baby, X is after boom.
Boomers
Millennials
are out.
after X,
Then Z.
then Z, and then Alpha.
Okay.
We're up to Alpha, aren't we?
I don't
have
know.
no idea.
I think we're up to Alpha.
I've lost
Number
track.
1. The number 1 greatest album of all time according to Apple Music. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill by Lauryn Hill.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Never-
Number
That
one
is
album.
the number.
No
look at
way.
that. Look at
Never
that.
listened
Give me
to
a
it.
break.
Yeah, I never heard of her.
Who is
Sorry.
Lauryn Hill?
I don't-
She was from the mid to late 90s.
Okay, so you know her?
Yeah, they're actually friends on Facebook.
I can believe that.
Besties.
I can believe that.
Write her up and say, girl, no.
No.
That's okay. So in an attempt to rectify that top 10 list, I think we should all, you two both have what I consider to be a very cultured, strong background in music that I obviously disagree with on some things.
Thank God my list is all Jonas Brothers.
But agree with on others.
You got some
can't-
Swifties on there? Some
Yeah,
Taylor
it's Taylor Swift, Jonas Brothers, Beyonce, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC. Thank you.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can't wait to hear David's. Now, these are the greatest, not your favorite, the greatest albums.
It's the same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your personal
what
opinion
I
is going
listen
to
to.
cloud
Well,
it.
my,
What's the
my,
difference?
my, those two lists for me are very different.
Okay, well,
Okay,
What I
sorry.
consider to be the
Same.
best.
If I thought something was the best, it would.
That's what I listen to the most. Is what
Yeah.
I put down.
No, I can
Yeah.
hate something and objectively say that it's
Why don't
good.
you name your playlist?
Hell.
Why don't
Oh,
I?
I
name
really
them?
hate that guy.
I do.
He's a good
1,
football
2,
coach.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Or, hey, I really like that guy, but he's a terrible football coach. I can do that.
11, 12,
That's a little
13.
stressful.
Well, I got pictures. So yeah,
Well,
I
that's
got,
with anything. Oh, she's a really good
there's
teacher, but I hate
pictures
that
of 'em.
person.
I know what's on there.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. So
I know that's
do,
Alabama, and that's my kids.
do we want to
So,
go? How do we want to do this?
That's gospel.
Why don't we just go
That's
around and do our
comedy.
top?
Now, do we have them in order?
I do.
Okay.
I don't
What
know. I don't
is-
know how. I'm not.
Wait, since we have 10, let's do our 10 and we'll get to
Okay.
y'all's 5. Okay, so your number 10 is
My 10. This is probably my number 1, but my 10.
well, we're going to go 10 down.
You're going-
1.
10 to
Start at
1.
the
Yeah.
bottom.
All right, 10. Can they be greatest hits?
You can do whatever you want
Albums.
to do.
This is.
Well,
this is
technically,
you.
yeah.
It's just what I listen to the most.
Technically, it's whatever album exists.
All right, I guess 10. I would say Tracy Lawrence. This is what I just listen to the most. Tracy Lawrence, that Hindsight 2020, the 3 volumes he did. That's 10.
Tracy Lawrence.
Yeah.
10. She's a 10.
Yeah,
All right.
I really like him.
She's the 9, she's the 10 I know.
Yeah, so, okay, and we're going to go, we're going to do our,
we
okay.
were picking up on
Sweet.
it.
Mine has got to be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West from 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Highly enjoyed it. You don't like that? Yeah, you just gave a thumbs down?
It was just a nervous twitch.
Yeah, you didn't like that. That's okay. That's okay. You cannot like something
I won't do it again.
that I do like.
I won't do
it's,
it again.
It's go ahead. What's your
I know
number
you're
nine?
gonna be thumbs down every one of mine. Y'all
No,
did
I
y'all-
like that album.
Y'all did y'all's 10.
We only did 5 because Nick only told us
Oh,
5.
number
Yeah.
9.
Well, that's not
I
true.
got
told
Brad
you,
Paisley.
I
Brad,
told you 10. You refused to do it.
Brad Paisley, Mud on the Tires.
That's a good one.
That is a good album.
I like that one.
That's a
I
great
love
album.
Brad Paisley.
I've
do
never
too.
listened to it.
He's a really good guitar player.
Is everything
Yes.
country on yours?
No, he's not.
Oh, it's got to be Cinderella and Warren on there, right?
I actually thought
Or
they were all going
Whitesnake.
to be Alabama. So.
Whitesnake's probably on there.
Let's go.
He's
Mine's got my number 9 has got to be Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses, 1987.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good. Now I could have very easily put Thriller and Purple Rain on mine. I thought of those. I didn't put them on there though.
It's
but-
okay, though.
All right, I got 8 is Jason Isbell, the 400 unit live from Alabama.
Really good album.
It's a good one.
You know, I listening to Jason Isbell live, at least on the, I've never seen him live, but listening to his live albums and his live songs or whatever you want to call them, way better than the studio recordings in my opinion.
That's one of the best live
Yeah.
all time.
I really
acts.
like him live. What's that one where he does about the pan? What's
Alabama Pines.
that? No, the pan.
Oh, the
Something about a pan.
Iron
in front-
Skillet. Yeah,
Iron Skillet.
Yeah, Iron Skillet. It
Iron
could,
Skillet.
it could be the story of all of our lives.
That's
Iron
true. It
Skillet.
could. Iron Skillet's a great
It
song.
is. I mean, he writes about Alabama, man. Sings about Alabama.
Do I go next?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Ready to Die, the Notorious B.I.G. 1994. Number 8 for me. Really, probably the first rap album I listened to all the way through. And don't know why, but I really like that album.
Didn't they kill somebody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They killed Tupac Shakur, didn't they?
Tupac Shakur.
Or was it LL Cool J? Which one they killed?
LL Cool J's still alive.
Still alive. LL's.
Tupac Shakur, wasn't it? Didn't they
yeah.
kill him? All right.
Tupac Shakur.
You ready?
Yep,
Yeah.
we're ready.
He died too, but go ahead.
You ready? All right.
Yep.
Brooks and Dunn, greatest hits.
Amen.
I wore
Amen
that
to
one
that.
out.
Amen to that.
It's a good one.
So
Did you have the tape for that?
Tupac Shakur.
I did have the cassettes of lots of these.
Okay.
Then I had to upgrade to the
Are you gonna
CDs.
be like that?
No, never.
I kept them in a Napa Valley wine box.
Okay.
Was that the wood one?
The wood one, yeah. Slid open,
Yep.
yeah. Cassettes.
Number 7 for me, My Home's in Alabama by Alabama, 1980. It's got a lot of cool songs from my childhood on it that make me very proud to be from the state that I'm from, and I really love the band, and that's something that you and I share. Is a
Well, I
love
was just
for
listening to that the other day. My home's in Alabama.
the album or
Yeah.
the song.
Well, all of it, the album and the song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got.
Last time I heard it,
Ted.
Teddy Gentry was doing his bass guitar solo, and a train was going by live. And he threw his hand up to the train.
I bet that was magical.
It really was.
Did it honk?
Yeah, the train was blowing when it went by, so
Oh,
he just
okay.
threw his
Do
hand
they
up.
honk?
Trains don't
If they're
honk.
going
Trains,
over the
Yeah.
road, then they have to blow their little horns.
Is it a
Yeah.
honk or is
No,
it?
it's a
not
blow.
Yeah.
It's a blow.
Yeah, that's exactly what the trains
Yeah.
behind my house sound like. It kind of scares me awake at 4 a.m.
Trains blow, cars honk.
All right, go ahead. Is it me or you?
It's you.
All right.
Keep it civil.
All right, number 6. All right, Jason Osborne, the 400 unit, Southeastern. The live one they did from Knoxville. We did the whole album live,
Okay.
straight through. Well, that's real good.
Have you told the story of what that is, the 300 unit?
What's a 400 unit?
400 unit, sorry.
Well, it's the insane part of the hospital in Florence. Yeah.
Whatever that insane asylum,
Yeah.
or yeah.
They called it the
The
400
psych-
unit.
it's the psych ward.
ward. They called it 400 unit, so they named the band after it. All right.
Number 6 for me, The Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd, 1973. Now we're gonna get into y'all. We're gonna bring y'all in on y'all's top 5 too as we do our
Thank
top
you so
5. But let's,
much.
yeah, I know.
Including
Welcome
us.
into the show, ladies and gentlemen. But what I want us to do is, as we reveal what our top 5 albums are, let's go a little deeper and
God, I
explain
wasn't
why.
prepared for that.
I know, but let's just. I'm sure it's gonna be sentimental, for a lot of us. So
Sure.
let's kind of, or at least we're gonna have some kind of evidence. But
This is
yeah,
your
Dark
AP
Side of the Moon.
test.
Get ready to defend your answers
Okay.
in a cross examination.
Okay.
Like no other. I'll mess that up. Gosh, that was going to be so awesome. All right, number 5. Go ahead, David. Start us out.
Tracy Lawrence, live.
I thought that was your number 1.
That was hindsight 2020 was
Oh.
Tracy
number
Lawrence.
10,
Hindsight
yeah.
2020.
Was it the same person?
Yeah, it's just what I listen to the most. I'm very.
That's okay. It's your list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong answer.
And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go around the table. So Morgan, go
Okay.
ahead. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Wasteland Baby by Hosier.
Wasteland Baby by Hosier.
Yes.
Is he Irish
I think so.
or foreign of some kind?
I think so.
European.
Burner.
He's
Sure.
Fern.
What?
Fern.
Born.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I thought
okay.
I heard fern as in like a
plant.
fern.
Yeah. No, he's foreign. Okay, sweet. My why?
Why
do you-
not? It's a good album.
Any song in particular that hits
Yeah,
the soul?
Movement.
Movement.
Yeah.
How old is the album?
It is 5 years old.
Okay, so not too old. Okay. My number 5 is Thriller by Michael Jackson, 1982. It was the soundtrack to my childhood. I had a next door neighbor that took us to school. Growing up, her 2 girls, and it was me and my brother, and she would take us. We'd walk over to their house, and then she would take us to school because Mom had to go to work early and Dad had to go to work even earlier. And that's all they listened to was Michael Jackson. And of course, that being the album that it was, that's all we really listened to. And so, like for 3 to 4 years of my entire life, I grew up going to school listening to the Thriller album, at least 2 to 3 times a
It
week.
scared me when I was little.
Yeah, I didn't
okay.
watch the music video until I got to be a teenager. Didn't know that there was a music
Oh.
video.
Did it scare
to
you
the
when you were
song.
little?
It was.
But we wore that out though. I started to put that on my list, but
It was what, like 4th grade? I think when it came out.
well, I guess that 85, 86, somewhere in there. No, not 4th grade for me. No, it was more. It was more.
82. when it came out.
It was more.
82?
What was it? Thriller came out in 82?
Yeah, because we were little.
Yeah, we're still wearing that thing out, though, in 86, 87.
82. I was 9
Yeah.
when that came out.
Were you?
Yeah.
You just dated yourself.
Because it had, like, every song on there, like, went number one.
And
On there. It probably, that album probably stayed
It was
popular for 3 or 4 years. Because every one of them was a single.
Now, what story, anecdote did you tell me on our way to the Stallions game that one time about him being in Birmingham?
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah. I don't know if you were here, but yeah, the Jacksons, he didn't have a Thriller tour. Michael Jackson, with that album. There was no Thriller tour because right after that came out is when the Jackson brothers went on tour.
In 82, 83?
Yeah, so he never had a tour for that album, and they didn't come to Birmingham on the tour, but they practiced in Birmingham at the
For
Civic
the
Center
Jackson
for the
5
tour.
reunion tour.
It made everybody mad in Birmingham and Alabama that they weren't going to have a concert there. They just came there to practice at the Civic Center. And it's when there was
practiced anywhere. They should be honored.
well, it's where there was a Hyatt House and everything, so they were staying at the Hyatt House, and stories came out about that he ordered a dance floor up there to the Hyatt House, and there was somebody was riding around Birmingham in a limousine with like the window halfway down, and they were just holding their hand out the window with a glove, waving, riding around
Somebody.
Birmingham.
Freaking people
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big deal when they were practicing.
A white sequin glove.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My number 5 is Pearl Jam 10.
Pearl Jam 10. Love me some Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
but only in very small doses.
What? No.
Yeah.
All doses.
Yeah, it's too grunge for me. You're very grunge. You love grunge. You came to school yesterday, very grungy.
Thank you.
Yes, your
it feels a little backhanded.
your wardrobe. Let's not act like neither one of y'all haven't been backhanded towards me multiple times.
SpongeBob, I would never.
Your hair's
Exactly.
literally been yellow for the past week and a half.
See,
2
there we
weeks.
go. Now you see what I have to work with, ladies and gentlemen. So why? What's so special about Pearl Jam?
Everything. I mean,
Specifically that album.
well, it was more introduction into Pearl Jam, and it came out I think in '91. I'm not sure, and I just associate it with good times in my life. The whole album is good. Like there's not one song on there that's not good.
That look that you just gave when you said fun. What'd you say? Fun times or good times?
Good times.
Good times of my life. The look that you just gave off into space right there told there were so many stories behind that gaze, and I can tell you were listening to who knows what song off that album in all of those stories, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're number 4.
All right.
Get after it.
Daddy Says No by the High Shack Sisters. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. All
All right,
right.
number 4.
Who is that?
All right,
Okay, I don't see that on
George Strait live from the Astrodome.
You like those live albums, don't you?
He loves live music.
Yeah, I love live music. Yeah.
He loves it. There's only one album I like that was done live. All my music I prefer, I guess, recorded. Which I say what I said about Jason Isbell earlier, but yeah.
Y'all would rather listen to it live, except a lot of times when you buy the live versions on iTunes or whatever, sometimes they'll have bad words in them, cuss words. So
Yep, can't
that's
have
the only
that.
bad thing about it.
Yeah.
Can't have those.
So what is it about George Strait that you like so much?
I just like it. That's what I listen to the most.
But
George Strait,
does it,
Alabama.
like
He's a king.
pull at your heartstrings, make you think of times gone by?
Yeah, time's going by.
Favorite George
I was
Strait
thinking, about one time when I see him at the Civic Center one time, and it was a good show. Check yes or no during that time period.
It was just a good one.
Troubadour, my favorite
Well,
George Strait
when
song.
George Strait walks out to the stage, I mean, you just sit back and watch it.
That's
Yeah.
how I felt about Willie Nelson.
And he's just the
Oh, I love
man.
Willie
You just
Nelson.
watch him walk out and watch him leave. He's just the best country artist that there's ever been.
George or Willie?
George
I
Strait.
just don't want George.
Willie
I know,
Nelson's-
George or Willie,
Okay.
pick. You gotta
George.
pick.
No.
Willie Nelson for sure.
Let me guess, Willie, George.
I'm not picking.
I'm picking it. It's
I
George.
don't,
But
I don't even know
I
anything
love
by
Willie.
George Strait, but I love Willie Nelson.
Oh, I should have.
He was just so precious when I saw him live. He walked to the edge of the stage in his little New Balances and just at the crowd with his little braids, and then he just
His
stood at his
little
little
New
mic and he just played his little guitar and sang.
I don't like
Has
his,
a little kite.
yeah, I don't like his voice. His voice is
I
very
love
grating.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
love him.
No, I love him in The Highwayman because the other country artists that can actually sing, make up for it. But he's a great
Great rest of
lyricist.
your day. See you next
He's a
year.
great lyricist. He really is. There are those stories of him when he was out in Texas after he left Nashville and adopted that country western kind of personality, I guess, where he would write, when he was trying to make it, he would write songs on napkins. Because he was so poor, he would write songs on napkins and sell them at restaurants to pay for his meal. And so
Imagine how much that napkin's worth now.
exactly. I mean, you can't deny
Someone
his
probably
his
blew
Where
their
you
names
going?
on it.
lyrical genius.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
He just needed
Yeah,
to step
yeah.
back. Okay.
Alright, number 4.
Number 4 is Wild Rivers by Wild Rivers.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo! Who's that?
This is one of my favorite bands.
Oh, okay, sweet. What genre are we looking
folk
at?
indie.
You're a very folk indie person because I walked in the other day and you were listening to some folk music.
What? No
Yeah, I
way.
know.
Do you like the
But I
Indigo
love
Girls?
Yes.
Where you, what? Okay, where you going? You got to pee?
You said
Oh.
2:45. Okay.
Okay, all right, sweet.
Anyways.
Did he forget
was
something?
backing away.
But they excite my little wandering spirit. He is so weird.
He's talking to somebody. What's he doing? Is he on the phone?
I don't know.
Is it my turn?
No.
No. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Sweet, that's awesome. I need to check that out because I dabble in the folk.
He's a folk dabbler.
Dabbles.
I'm a folk dabbler.
Oh, I don't like that. Don't say that.
It's better than a yoke dabbler. Anyway. All right.
Okay, anyways, you're number 4.
Number 4, Discovery by Daft Punk, 2001. Probably the greatest dance house album in this millennia. And there have been a lot, but it kind of set the tone. And it was also a soundtrack of my childhood growing up. And just the mystique of Daft Punk as a band, just their helmets and everything and their story. And it's pretty cool. So I love that album. Go ahead.
U2, The Joshua Tree.
Great album.
Yeah.
Really good album.
That one, again, takes me back to,
Yeah.
I don't know, like 14 years old, and it was a big change in my life going to boarding school, and the album was just coming out, and it was awesome.
No Bono.
Yeah, I could have put
Yeah.
that on my list too. I should have. I just didn't think about it.
That's okay though.
You can share. We can share.
I really like that album from U2.
Yeah,
I do
it's a
too.
I
good.
really
one.
do.
I do too.
Do you? Do you?
Yeah, I went to that show in Birmingham.
Oh, did you
Yeah, the
actually?
U2
You've seen
show.
U2
yeah.
live?
Yeah,
I've seen U2 live like 3 times.
I've never seen U2 live.
it's good.
I didn't realize they were as old as they were.
Yep.
From what I remember.
Like 70s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I'm into the indie folk scene too. I like that. The Lone Bellow. I like them.
Yeah, they're good.
I wish
You
I'd
got-
gone
you
to
got me
see them
onto
in Birmingham, but see, I don't know a full album of
Yeah.
theirs.
That's
So
okay.
but I like those.
There's
I
still
like them
time.
real good. All right,
Number 3.
is it me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, Cinderella. Once Upon a
knew
dot
it.
dot dot. I guess that's their greatest hits. It's their greatest hits album.
I knew that was going to be on there.
It's a good one. Cinderella, they're good. They're good. One of the best all time. I love Cinderella.
You got any great Cinderella stories you want to share?
Well, I've just been to some good Cinderella shows.
Was that the show you went to that the guy got his jacket, had to have his jacket dry cleaned because of the smell?
Yeah.
That
No,
was-
no, that was Whitesnake.
Oh, that was
Oh, that was that White
Okay.
Snake. Yeah.
You know, Cobra Kai.
But I did go see right before I got married.
There's a story there.
Right
We'll
before I
tell you
got right before I got married, you know, just to blow it out before I got married, I did go see. I went to see. All right, Faster Pussycat opened up
Yep.
the show,
Yep.
and then Winger played,
Ooh,
then
wow.
Cinderella, and then Poison at Oak Mountain. And then
That's a show.
yeah, no, it was good. And Cinderella was good.
That was
night
sort of
now.
like being on LSD without being on LSD. Is
Yeah,
what it
Cinderella.
sounded like.
It was good. It was good. That's probably the last really good rock show
Give us that lineup again.
I've been to. It's Faster Pussycat. They scared me, and and then
They scared me.
Winger, Kip
Yeah.
Winger. He's good now. Winger's good.
Yeah.
And then he does that rock and roll fantasy camp out in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
You want to go?
Winger, I would. And then you got Cinderella, and then Poison. It was good.
How good was Poison?
They were good. It was really good. The whole thing. Cinderella was really good that night.
Yeah.
But I've seen Cinderella better than that when it's just them headlining.
Yeah.
They put on a good show.
All right.
I'm
mean-
be honest. I don't know who Cinderella is, so I'm just imagining the Disney princess.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
man.
And I figured based on the fact on your reaction, it was not that.
Yeah.
It's big
but-
hairband from
Yeah,
like a
man.
From the 80s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what you got till it's gone. We've already talked about this
Yeah.
today.
No, I'm sure if you played something, you
Probably,
would,
but
you would
see, I
recognize
just
it.
imagine Disney princess.
Yeah, that Long Cold Winter tour, when he came down, Kiefer was playing that grand piano and come down out of
Did you?
the top. Yeah, man, I
Right.
almost teared up. And then they played Sweet Home Alabama for one of the encores, and it was on then.
Cinderella played that?
Yeah, it was
Can you
fantastic.
imagine a Cinderella cover of Sweet Home
It
Alabama?
was good
and how
now.
awesome that would be.
And then they played Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Stones is their other song on their encore. And it was good too. Now
You're getting riled up.
it was.
Yeah, you can tell
Yeah,
he's getting
this is
flushed. He's
exciting.
getting excited
Yeah.
right now.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah, he loves him some live music.
When they did Long Cold Winter, snow came down. It was a good stage show too.
Yeah.
But they're good though.
All right, what you got? 3.
In Between Dreams by Jack Johnson.
Really, you're a Jack Johnson fan?
We've had this conversation.
We
yeah.
have had this conversation, and when I said that, I just remembered that we have had this conversation before. What about that album do you like so much? And does it have anything to do with Jack Johnson, or is it all the music?
What do you mean? Does it have anything to do with Jack Johnson?
Like that time you dated and
That time that we just hung out. I don't know. The music's just kind of nostalgic.
To what
makes
time
me
period of
happy.
your life?
You act like there's so many time periods. Wow.
she's
What?
she's old enough to have time period.
I love all these.
She's
I
got
love
now
all these.
in childhood.
I love all these.
Literally, of now, teenager, childhood.
I love all these
Childhood.
criticisms of my questions when I would like to
Childhood.
see you do better. But go ahead.
My
Childhood. Childhood. David's like,
You know what? I'm texting Leanne. My 2 weeks.
oh, for context, everybody, Morgan and I have our classrooms right next to each other, so we literally talk to each other every day, and we see each other every day. And it's the end of the school year,
Literally.
and oh my gosh. Anyway, my number 3. Is there anything else you had to say about Jack?
No, I'm done.
Okay. Hey, I like Jack. Jack's a cool dude.
I've never heard of this guy.
Wasn't he on? This is the
you know
Vine
him?
Jack Johnson.
Yeah, I know Jack Johnson.
I never really watched Vine.
Man, I'm old.
Nick, we're the same age.
How did you not watch Vine?
I just
then?
didn't watch Vine. I never downloaded it.
Vine was the thing in 2013.
Okay, well, sorry. I guess I wasn't a cool kid in high school.
Random Access Memories by Daft Punk 2013. This
Oh, back to back.
Yeah, this was the soundtrack of my junior and senior year in high school, and sort of changed my relationship with music. Like I actually, when I listened to this, I realized that music could tell a story, and I realized that music. I mean, I always kind of knew that, but I only paid attention to the lyrics. This time, there's so many instrumentals on this album. I actually had to listen to the music and try to figure out, like, actually think about what the instrumental was trying to say, and then do research. And it was just really awesome. And then there's some fun songs on there too that don't require any thought to enjoy and listen to. And again, it's just Daft Punk and the mystique that they have. They're awesome people, and they won. That was their first Grammy that they won. They had a great live show at the Grammys that year too with Stevie Wonder and Pharrell, and it was awesome. So yeah.
They're both getting worked up as we get
Yeah,
higher.
I know.
Live Mental Jewelry.
Ooh, please tell us more.
Oh, this whole album I love. Like again, this is another one. Every song on there is amazing, but I have like a specific memory of listening to this, flying back from the States to Saudi or Saudi to the States. I don't know, when I was in that long transition period, and
Pan
my
Am?
Walkman. No,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
my Lufthansa actually. My
German.
Walkman ran out of battery. The battery ran out of my Walkman, and I was at Gatwick Airport,
Oh man, I've
and
been
it
there.
went out, and I couldn't listen to the rest of. Like I had listened to it like 8 hours at this point, 9 hours, 10 hours,
How'd you do
nonstop.
that with those terrible headphones? Those were uncomfortable.
We didn't have any options.
That's true.
They weren't that. You just put them over your head, little foamies. They weren't that bad.
So cassette.
Yeah, Walkman,
Yeah. Sony.
probably. I don't know.
Lufthansa.
I don't think Daewoo made one, so I guess it was Sony.
Yeah.
Daewoo.
What other big
Korean.
names would have made our headphones?
Zenith, I don't know.
Sony. Yeah. Anyway,
RCA.
and anyway, I just remember my batteries going out on my Walkman,
And you were very disappointed.
and I was very disappointed because I had still another 10 hours to get home.
Yeah.
Strange.
Double A's.
Yeah.
Double A's. You had those in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, we did.
Electricity. Did you have that too?
We did.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
plumbing.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'm being facetious for clarification. If you can't see my face, people, don't get mad at me. Go ahead. What you got? Number
Two.
Number two.
Number 2.
Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet.
Woo! That's a good choice. Now you saw the Slippery When Wet. You
Yeah,
went and saw
went to
that tour.
Yeah, Cinderella opened up for
Bold
him too.
second choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think haven't the three of us had this conversation about him going to that Slippery When Wet tour and what he saw? Didn't we have that conversation in your classroom one day, Moreno?
What
About
did you see?
you're good, man.
there's a story.
I-
I don't know if he can tell it on the podcast, but there's
Okay.
a story, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got so
Okay,
many
yeah, there's
Murphree
a story.
stories floating around
Don't
in
know
my
what you're talking
head.
about. Yeah.
It's hard to sort them out. Maybe.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
It was good. Man.
I have to read.
He told me one today that involved a Ford Ranger that I'm never going to forget that made me really laugh.
The more stories you have, the more prime you are to join his cult.
We all
Montana bound, baby. I'm listening to the Hare Krishnas right now.
the what?
Podcast about them, that
About
cult.
Hare
Hare
Cult.
Krishnas.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
Okay, number 2 is "Don't Rock the Jukebox" by Alan Jackson.
Phenomenal album.
I'm aware. That's why it's number 2.
Phenomenal choice. Like that's awesome. Love me some Alan Jackson. Love it. You don't.
I'm familiar with him, but I don't know his music.
And you know
Like,
what?
I don't
That's okay
listen
with
to
me.
it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Morgan.
Don't look at me like I'm.
You look like you were about to say something.
I'm less than you because you accepted the fact that she doesn't like Alan Jackson, and you expected me to say, "How could you not like Alan Jackson?"
Oh my god. Well, to appease you, I'll give you my story on why it's number 2.
ahead.
My dad had this CD in his truck growing up, and we called it the 16-song CD that he had burned, and it had "Midnight in Montgomery" on it by Alan Jackson. So little old, 6-year-old me's riding around in the back of this pickup truck just singing my heart out to "Midnight in Montgomery" and Hank Williams being dead. And that's when it all started.
Yeah.
We tried to
That-
find that
Soul was
cemetery
also
one
on
night.
there.
That's a the scene that you just the event the experience that you just described should be in a film somewhere. Like that is
Yeah,
a that
that's
is
like
that's
a
a
There
scene
probably
that-
is
yeah.
one in a box somewhere in my mom or
You're
dad's
going
house.
down a dirt road.
Yep, and you
Yeah.
just see this
The windows
little
are
little
down.
girl with her
Yeah.
daddy in the truck, and they're just.
It
jamming
could be
out
that
Alan
song,
back
Jackson.
"Daddy
windows
Let Me
didn't go
Drive."
down.
It could be "Daddy Let
They
Me
did,
Drive."
No, they just
That's
pulled
a
it
good
out.
song.
Could be that one. And we tried to find that cemetery in Montgomery. Me and some buddies of mine one night. We couldn't find it.
I'm sorry. I'll see if I can. I'll ask my sources.
Yeah. This I'm just going to Hotel California by the Eagles, 1976. This was when I realized that my parents were right about music. Grew up listening to the Eagles and a bunch of soft rock bands from the 70s and the 80s, and didn't realize how influenced by their music I was until I had moved away to college. My freshman year, I watched the Eagles, two-part Eagles documentary had just come out on Netflix, and I'm sitting in my apartment at Auburn University watching this, and it hits me how much my own musical taste had been influenced by maybe not necessarily what my parents listened to, but how they raised me and what I went through, and then hearing snippets there at family events from Grandma and Papa and my aunts and uncles and cousins, and then my mom and dad.
So it's good. That documentary's good.
It's really good.
Because I've just watched the Blue Jean Society one. I hadn't watched the Eagles.
the
documentary.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or the what?
No, that Blue Jean Society, that documentary. I hadn't
Okay.
watched the original one.
Yeah, it really made me appreciate Don Henley as a musical artist specifically because how you can sing like that and play the drums at the same time on those songs is absolutely insane. But yeah, that there's so many good songs on that album, and then you could infinitely dissect the song Hotel California for whatever kind of meaning they're talking about. It's pretty
How do you
good.
interpret it?
I've interpreted it multiple ways over the years, but I do think it has something to do with one's spirituality and one's relationship with death. So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Temple of the Dog.
Ooh, bye.
Temple of the Dog.
So
It's their one and only album.
The self-titled album.
Yes.
I've never heard of them.
You've never heard of Temple
Nope.
of the Dog? Oh my gosh. Well, Chris Cornell's in it.
Okay, I
And
know who
this
Chris
before,
Cornell
This
is.
is before Soundgarden.
Yeah.
This entire album, again, the entire album is amazing and
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. Yeah,
What time period of your life were you?
college.
The look again. There's the look. The look.
Oh, I
of-
mean,
Just a little.
Oh, I've got memories behind these songs.
College.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. All right, you're number one.
Now, going back to that "Slippery When Wet," now it's very iconic. It's got iconic songs on it. "Living on a Prayer."
Yeah.
You could love like today. Can people still know it today?
Yeah.
We're dead or alive.
Should we do like a drum roll for the?
We probably
That's the
should.
best.
Ready?
Now,
Oh,
this
I
is
thought we were going to do it like Christmas
Oh.
vacation.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Blue Jean Society, you know, it's the mockumentary stuff, you know. Bill Hader and them.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
the Blue Jean
Yeah, yeah,
Society
yeah.
on that. Okay.
On,
All right.
documentary now.
Yeah, this is just the album I probably listened to the most over my life. Alabama Live.
Okay, I can see that.
You so
Alabama
excited for
Live.
June Jam?
Yeah. I got my tickets and I'm ready to go.
When was the first time you listened to Alabama?
80, I guess. 81, something like
Okay, age, your age.
that. I don't know, 9, 10, probably.
Okay. Can you imagine 10-year-old little Murphree?
That were 8 tracks. It was 8 tracks.
We had tapes in the 80s.
Well, they were 8. Their first, the first Alabama stuff I remember was on 8 track that people had. And very shortly went to cassette.
So Alabama is sort of your linchpin to your childhood.
Well, Alabama Live has got Can't You See on there, the cover by Marshall Tucker Band. And that's probably my favorite song of all time.
Really,
Yeah.
the live rendition. Why do you think you love live music so much? What is it about live that you're? What do you think?
I just
attracts
always
you to
liked
live?
it. Always liked it. Just like live music.
So you don't want to. You're only going to leave us at the surface analysis.
Well, I
of
like
your
going to
own self.
concerts. I like live music. I like going.
You like the
My
experience.
wife does it. She doesn't like to go.
Atmosphere and everything, it's like electric. And
It is.
you can be friends with people. Like, I'm a total introvert. But I
But
can
nobody knows me there.
But I can be like, you have this like bonding experience with people you don't know, and you're all enthused on the same, for the same reason you're there. Like it's I don't know, it's really wonderful.
I'm not a big live music guy.
Man, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Which I say that I've only been to one.
Yeah, what was that concert?
No, we're not going to talk
Who
about
What
it.
was
No,
who
who
was,
was it?
what was that concert again?
Who did you see?
Boy band.
Tell us.
I'm pretty sure.
What did you see?
Didn't Paramore
Fall Out
open?
Boy.
And there it is.
Yeah, I know.
You know, they
I
were
regret
just
it.
in
I didn't even
Birmingham.
want to go. I didn't even
My
want to
daughter
go.
went to that concert.
I didn't even want to go.
And
If
Whatever,
it's any
no.
no, if it's any consolation, a girl did drag me.
It's not
A
consolation.
girl dragged me to.
We
anyway.
need to take you to a concert.
I can't tell you, I wanted to see Fleetwood Mac, but now Lindsey Buckingham's no longer in the band and Christine McVie is dead. I wanted to see the Eagles, Glenn Fry's passed away. I wanted to see Daft Punk, they're no longer together. Like, all the bands that I wanted to go see perform live, they're not complete anymore.
Eagles would still be good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Fleetwood Mac, too. They got everybody except Lindsey Buckingham.
I needed to go see the Eagles.
And
I should have
Christine
gone
McVie.
to see the Eagles, but I never did. I wished I had gone now. But you could still do that, and it would still be real good.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. And I left Reba off. I can't believe I left Reba.
I know, I left Reba and George straight off.
I can't.
But
I left him off too. I can't believe it.
I can't
you
believe
listen to
it,
country
too.
music?
No.
Because Reba's one of my favorite. Reba and
Just
George.
being
and all.
facetious.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1 is Sixth Season, specifically the Forever version by Noah Kahan.
A good choice.
Shaka Khan.
Thank you. Okay.
Shaka Khan.
Me.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Is
who
Noah
this?
Khan related to Shaka Khan?
Oh,
Why don't you
yeah.
go ask him?
Who?
Noah.
Shaka or Noah?
Noah.
Shaka's
I
a
wonder. I
woman.
wonder if they are related.
Shaka's a woman, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just know it's in a movie or a TV show or something where that somebody goes at some point. Shaka Khan.
Yeah, I think Shaka Khan and Dwayne Allman had a kid.
Who's
So that's
Dwayne
probably
Allman?
them.
From the Allman Brothers.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
The
they had a
Allman
kid with
Brothers,
they had a
yeah.
kid with everybody.
And
Oh, yeah.
Allman Brothers. That's another band that
I really love the
could
Allman
be.
Brothers.
If I shuffled, maybe 6 or something. I love Allman Brothers.
Well, Leonard Skinner too.
Sweet
I
Melissa.
thought. Yeah,
Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner.
yeah, and the Eagles too.
So who is this person?
He's a folk indie artist, and he's also very popular right now. But he's like my, I kind of want to listen to music, but I don't know what I want to listen to. I want to put on this album because I know every song and I love every song.
Comfort. Like
Yes.
comfort
Your
food.
comfort album.
Yes, it's my comfort food.
Gotcha.
So, favorite song on the album?
Paul Revere.
You know what? I've heard that song.
Good job.
Yeah, I know. So I didn't know the artist, but I know that song.
He has 2
'cause I'm like,
versions. He
why-
has the one with just him and one that he has an artist featuring on it.
Who's the featured? Do you know the featured?
No.
Because it came to the forefront of my consciousness through TikTok, and I said, who would name a song after a Paul Revere, a silversmith?
Yeah, you know, one we was talking about the other day that'd be pretty good was that Lionel Richie Tuskegee. I bet
That is a good album. That's a
that's
great
a pretty
album.
good one. So I haven't listened to it, but I bet it's pretty
It's
good.
it's an album where Lionel Richie takes all of his basically his biggest songs and singles, but he covers them as a country artist with country artist featured.
I think I
on
would
it.
like it.
Oh,
it's
I
pretty
bet
good.
that's good.
Yeah.
He didn't he do Easy with Willie Nelson?
Yeah, he
Oh,
did
yeah,
Easy
yeah,
with
yeah,
Willie
yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did Little Big
Easy
Town
like
was
Sunday
on it.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that song. Now that one we listened to with Little Big Town, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, what was that?
I can't remember which one that was.
Big Country. I could have had Big Country on here too.
Who's that?
A band.
Oh.
Big Country's a band.
Yeah.
I went to high school with a Big Country. He's a
Of
welder
course you
now.
did.
Big Country. You don't know who Big Country is?
Big Country.
Big
No,
Country.
They're a band.
Yes.
No, I never heard of them.
Add it to one of your make it playlist 14.
Big Country.
All right, what's your number one?
My number one is Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good
Rumors
one.
by Fleetwood Mac, and you
Really
know,
strong.
you've got songs like "Go Your Own Way," "Don't Stop," "Never Going Back Again," "The Chain," "You Make Lovin' Fun,"
That's a whole album is good.
"Gold Dust Woman," and probably my favorite song of all time, "Dreams," which is the story behind its creation and why Stevie Nicks wrote it, and what Christine McVie did lyrically.
You're gonna miss my number one.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's got to drive a bus.
In 5 minutes. You good?
Yeah, what's number one?
Okay.
And so, yeah, really love that song.
What's number one?
Or that album.
My number one is Pink Floyd, The Wall. So,
Okay.
Silence.
Yep. Yay!
okay.
So, okay, Pink Floyd. I walked into your classroom today. You were not in there, so I sat at your desk for several minutes waiting on you to come back. And yes, my foot, sorry. And a song from that album came on, and I thought to myself, wow, I don't listen to this album enough.
It's amazing.
No joke, I actually had that thought.
My first album, it was Pink Floyd, it wasn't The Wall, but it had Comfortably Numb on it. It was a collection of great dance songs, and it's got several other hits. And so I think I was 6 or 7. That was my first tape. And when I hear that song, I think of my father, and he had a huge collection of records. And I remember him sitting there with his little velvet brush, cleaning his records, and I would always look through his record albums.
Tape, was it an 8-track or cassette?
It's a tape. Cassette.
Cassette, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Records, you always had records. Some of my first Alabama stuff was records.
I still have
too.
that record.
Records and
You have a
Oh,
record
yeah.
player, don't you?
I have a record player, and I have the wall. I have lots of good records, actually. My children help me out with that.
That's awesome. It's kind of interesting how music. I think one of the common themes is like it kind of links us back to memories that we made when we first heard these songs. But then you've got, the look. Your looks were stronger than anybody else's when you were talking about all this music about. Oh yeah, that was happening when I was listening to that song.
I mean, I can hear a song, and I can instantaneously know, like, almost what year,
what you were doing?
what I was doing, what year it
I
came
forgot
out.
about Motley Crue.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Motley Crue.
You know,
Have you seen that documentary?
Can you even call yourself a
well,
fan?
I started watching it, and I saw
It is.
this is gonna be pretty bad, so I
Yeah.
turned it off.
Yeah, it's.
Wait,
I didn't finish
Whitesnake
watching
wasn't
it.
on there.
No, but see, Warren opened up for Motley Crue when I saw them, like Dr. Feelgood tour. Warren opened. I met them in Six Flags. Warren talked to him.
Who-
Janie Lane, you remember him?
Yeah.
He died of drug overdose, I think. You remember him?
Who was that guy you were telling me about that you sang? That was at the June Jam a couple years ago?
I don't know.
Had like one song, died of a drug overdose.
Oh, he didn't die. He was good though. Darren Norwood.
Darren Norwood.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Country artist, Darren
yeah,
Norwood.
Yeah, but Warren, they were opening up for Eddie Money that weekend
Okay,
at Six Flags,
thank you for
and
mentioning
they were
Eddie
just
Money.
standing out there.
That guy had so many hits,
Yeah.
but nobody knows who he is. Y'all know Eddie Money?
I know.
No.
Okay. See, like, I didn't realize who he was until a couple of years ago, and I'm looking, I'm like, who is this Eddie Money guy? And then I'm looking at all of his songs, and I'm going, wow, that's insane. Yeah, it's time for you to
You
go.
were so twitchy.
My meat's ready.
Stress me
All right.
out.
Your meat's ready?
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
get a Boston butt?
No, it's just beef this time.
Just beef?
Yeah, that's pig, isn't it? Boston butt's pig, isn't
I
it?
thought you were talking about the ones that were
Wait,
being
yeah.
sold by Dance Sign. Sorry.
Oh,
those
no.
coming tomorrow.
No.
Oh.
Wait, what's today?
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah,
I wish I'd known they were selling them because I just bought 2
They
of them
were
yesterday
going
to
around
smoke.
everywhere.
Nobody asked me.
They sent an email about it.
I don't,
2
I
of
don't
them.
pay no attention to my emails.
Yeah. We'll go get your meat. We'll wrap this up.
Wait, what was your first concert ever?
Probably Statler Brothers.
Don't don't know who that is.
in Jemison, Alabama, the Central Alabama Music Park.
Was that country?
Yeah, it was mostly country. You can go there. It's like a big barn, and it was blown away by a tornado.
Oh.
It's not there anymore.
What was your first concert?
REM.
No. Seriously. That's one heck of a first.
It was the Green Tour, and Driving and Crying opened for them. It was awesome.
Ooh, I bet that was good.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, South Carolina. So you were at boarding school?
Hey, the first one we went to just ourselves, though. I think my mom took me to that, but it was Hall & Oates, the Pontiac Fiero
I think
tour.
Wendy's seen
Yeah,
them.
she went to that one
Yeah.
too. I think.
Have you heard about
That
the
was pretty
recent dispute they've gotten into
Yeah,
about...
yeah.
Hall &
Hall
Oates?
& Oates
Hall &
or
Oates,
Wendy
yeah.
and David?
No, Hall & Oates.
Okay.
No.
Hall & Oates are
Yeah.
into it about their... Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I read
about
read up on it.
Their music, their music
pretty good.
collection. And so basically they both own 50-50
Yeah.
shares of their entire music library.
You know, that Pontiac Fiero would just bust into flames going down the road.
Who's the...
I
who's,
see y'all later.
see,
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
who's the... hey, recommendation.
A movie called Dark Waters.
A movie.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Where's his
Somebody
music?
sold that to me.
Somebody sold that
Recommendation
to
to
you?
me.
Sold it, yeah. Told me
Oh.
about it.
Oh, a
Sorry.
movie called Dark Waters. Well, if we're doing music, I'll just say soundtrack. My number one soundtrack of all time is Eddie and the Cruisers. To a movie, I think that was a good one. It had John Cafferty and the Big
Oh,
Brown
soundtrack
Band.
to a movie.
Yeah, if you're talking about music, when we're talking about movies, Dark Waters is a good
what's-
movie.
I don't know what we're talking about
But
anymore.
but soundtrack, well, Prince, like Purple Rain, that was a soundtrack too. But my favorite soundtrack of all time is Eddie and the Cruisers.
Sometimes you almost make me think you're a savant. And then I keep talking.
I think you missed part of that word.
and then I keep talking to you, and that feeling goes away. But anyway, thank you for the recommendation.
Bye.
Have fun on the bus.
See you tomorrow.
Drive
See ya.
safe.
Yep. See you tomorrow.
Get them home safely.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, I think.
Okay, bus full.
Yeah. Man, that guy's a legend in his own
He's something.
mind.
You definitely need to listen to Big Country.
Big Country. Mm-hmm. Any songs that I would know by Big Country?
Maybe Big Country. Back to Big Country.
Maybe self-titled.
Self-titled song.
It's a great album. Very
Okay.
underrated. Something's room makes my nose itch.
Sorry.
Who knows what it could be?
It might be the dead cat over there in the corner. Are you allergic to cats?
I saw one of those this morning.
Yeah, that's why I said that. She saw one.
I saw one yesterday morning too.
Whoa, 2 days in a row?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Did you say what your first concert was?
Jonas Brothers.
Oh, was it really?
Yes, I was in. Oh my God, I was in 6th grade, I think, and it was the best time of my
Which
life.
one was your?
Oh my God, Joe Jonas.
Okay.
Still is.
Is that the one who married?
Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
But now they're divorced.
Yeah.
What? They divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's available?
She doesn't.
No, who's?
Yellow hair.
Love Sophie Turner.
Who did I just?
What are you thinking of?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That's okay.
So how does it feel being back on the show?
Just as chaotic as it was before.
Yeah.
And there's only you and David.
Well, the last time you were on, Wendy cussed.
No, I've been on since then.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because
No.
me and Wendy
Did I
did that
forget?
little special thing.
That wasn't this podcast. That was another podcast.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who knows?
it's great to be back.
You know what? Thank you for having me.
Same set, different show. Yeah, go check out Cherane's last episode with Wendy Bischoff, All Fogged Up.
Yeah.
Check that episode out. Probably the hardest I've ever laughed on this show.
That's one of the
was,
2 episodes I've listened to.
What? You've only listened to 2?
I listened to that. I listened to Beer Cans on the
She's
school
just
bus.
kidding.
No, she's not.
I listened to mine.
So you've listened to 3.
Oh yeah, I've listened to
3.
3.
You listen. Yeah, don't check out her episode. It's very
Okay,
boring.
I'll remember that next
No,
year. whenever I bake
seriously.
something. Thank you.
What did we talk about on yours? I don't remember.
I know.
It's been no joke like a year.
Yeah, I guess
A year
so.
ago, 2 years ago. We had a good time on yours. I remember you and I shared a really good laugh at David's expense because you made a joke that
I mean,
A lot
David
like-
shared a really good laugh at your expense too. The trundle.
okay.
I remember that.
So the what?
The trundle.
Do you sleep in a trundle?
No, gosh dang it.
You sleep in a trundle?
Gosh dang you, Clint. Ugh. I don't sleep anywhere
We
near
made a
or on a
joke
trundle.
about
Foot of
him
his
sleeping
parents'
No, the
Clint's
bed.
house.
That's the joke.
And David said something about him having a room, and I was like, no, they just have a trundle that he pulls out at night. And it took maybe 10 seconds, and then David just loses it, and he cannot hold it together.
It was such a delay, but when it processed, he looked at
stayed
Morgan.
the whole time. We maybe stayed in here like 10 more minutes, and he was just could not keep it
He
together.
couldn't gather himself. It was.
They have a trundle, matching PJs, matching sheets.
cute.
She broke David. She really did. It was
That's good
funny.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times I've seen him happy. In 3 years.
If y'all can't tell, we really do have fun working together.
Me too.
Recommendations. I'll start. I recommend the new X-Men series on Disney Plus, X-Men 97. Sorry, Clint, that you're not here to talk with me about this, but it's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I grew up watching the original X-Men animated series, and it's really good. It's an animated series, but it's really thoughtfully written. You know, you're judging me hard right now, both of you.
No,
and I
it's how
know,
many
like,
times
this
you said
is
animated. You said it like 3 times.
animated. Well, you know it's animated. UAB Highlands. That's from my buddy. UAB Highlands. And so, anyway, go check it out. Disney Plus.
I don't have any movie recommendations. I don't.
You
Really
don't have to.
watch
It
TV.
can be anything.
Okay.
Sometimes I recommend food. Sometimes I recommend movies. Sometimes it's music. It can be anything that I'm into at the time. So.
I recommend listening to Big Country. It is
Specifically Big Country by Big Country.
Yes.
Let's.
Is it country with a C or country with a K?
Yeah.
C.
Okay.
I think they're from Ireland,
Oh.
or is it Scotland?
No.
I think it's Ireland. But they're very I guess they're more obscure than they should be, considering how fantastic they are.
In a Scottish band,
Scottish.
Big Country reflected all the giddy, open-hearted optimism of the 1980s with their gigantic barn-raising anthems and airborne 80s hair.
Oh, that
Giddy.
sounds fun.
Play Big Country.
Late of the seminal Scottish punk band, the Skids, Stuart Adamson formed Big Country as an outlet for his popular songcraft and distinctively textured guitar style. In a Big Country, is that the one you're referring to? In a Big Country, here we go. Go ahead, start with your recommendation. What you got?
It is Remarkably Bright Creatures by, I think it's Shelby Van Pelt. It's a book. It's a fantastic book.
What happened?
It's I think it's my number 1 of the year.
Really?
Yes. Granted, we're only in the 5th month of the year, but I've read 18 books so far, so it's my number 1 so far.
So you're a bookworm.
She is.
Yes,
That's
I am.
awesome. That's awesome.
I am.
I'm finishing up my... Sorry, go ahead.
I said I've borrowed how many from? Several from you this year.
I've actually got 2 of hers that I finished that I have to get back to her.
Which one
That
did
were
you
really
finish?
good. The Nefertiti one.
Okay, yeah.
And then what was the other one that I finished? And I got to give you Piranesi. I finished it too. Anyway, thank y'all for listening. Rate, review the show. Follow us on social media. We've got a TikTok
stars.
where Clint's Kitchen has become the most popular new show on TikTok. Check out Clint's Kitchen on TikTok, as well as follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all that good
The
stuff.
most popular.
Subscribe, Couch Change, Lens Plus on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you want to watch this episode, check it out on YouTube or Spotify. All of our previous episodes are there. Rate and review the show. Like we said, thank you guys for listening. And Big Country is going to take us out. Don't forget, you can talk.
Or go home. Tomorrow's gonna be so long because I have nothing to do.
We get out a half a day.
Yeah, but that's still 4 hours. I'm gonna sit there with nothing to
Okay,
do.
well, let's
3
come up with a
hours,
plan
whatever.
of
What are you
what
reading
to
now?
do.
Oh, I'm gonna read a book.
What are you reading?
The last one of that Cassandra Clare book
Oh,
that I got, just
yeah.
because I have to commit. I've read all of them, so I have to read this one. Oh, we can make Nick a wig. That's not yellow.